This lightweight fifth wheel RV is an incredible option if you're looking for something that is wide open inside but still small in profile, making it easy to travel in. However, there is one subjective flaw to this fifth wheel RV that I'm curious if you could live with or not. So let's go take a look. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Miles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here at Blue Compass RV today taking a look at this 2025 Alliance Avenue All Access Series. This is their 26 RD. You'll be able to see the floor plan layout in the specs on the screen. This is a lightweight, mid-profile fifth wheel RV that is going to be really easy to tow for any 3/4 ton truck without a doubt. Keeps you in a really small profile, small towing length, and offers a floor plan here that we see in travel trailers and fifth wheels alike that is a really popular floor plan layout, and we'll get to what that one flaw is here in just a second. As we go inside, it has a pretty modest look on the outside, pretty simple, and it's kind of like a off-white, it's like a grayish white exterior color here. 101-inch wide body construction. That's going to make this a little bit different than a lot of other mid-sized fifth wheel RVs out there in the market, where most of them are 96 inches wide. So this definitely has a bigger overall interior space with that extra 5 inches of width. Aluminum framing on this fifth wheel RV. You have manual awning and slide out switches on the outside of this fifth wheel, as well as switches inside. Goodyear Endurance tires, a Moorride CRE 3000 suspension system, and you get this large griddle and grill cooktop here, which I love how they work that into the space. It really doesn't eat into much interior space whatsoever, so a nice outdoor cooking solution there as well. You have an awning here that covers the entry door, Asdo composite sidewalls. It also has a composite flooring as well. I actually just discovered that on my Alliance Delta travel trailer too, which you can see some of that on my RVs or Junk videos here on my channel. I have a whole segment and playlist called RVs or Junk, where everything that I experience with my RV, I make videos about that, so you can find that there. And the most recent video I have coming is where I actually dealt with some potential water issues in my RV, and you can see more about that on the RVs or Junk segments on this channel. As we step inside, right away, it's not hard to understand why this floor plan is so successful and why so many people take a liking to a floor plan like this. Very open floor space in here, an ample amount of countertop space. Comes with a 3 cushion sofa in this model. Some other brands will do just 2 recliners here. This one gives you a 3rd middle seat with a flip down armrest and cup holders. Love this because this gives you the ability to stretch out, lay out, cuddle up, cuddle with your dog, cuddle with your spouse, whoever it may be. You have all those different options there to you, or you can flip down the armrest and still get that traditional kind of 2 recliner feel here with that. And then you have your outlets and USB ports there. So that flips up. Comfort on these, when I sit down, sink into them just a little bit, but they kind of have like a springy responsiveness to them. So you can see here when I sit down, it's just like a little bit of springiness to them. Kick this back and it does lay flat, so you can sit here, take a good nap, watch a movie, whatever you want, and you have the ability for both this one and this one to recline. This one does not. Yeah, no pull strap on that, but there is a little storage area down underneath here. Not too big or anything like that, but nonetheless, you do have a little storage cubby down under there. Also in this space, you have this little bit of extra storage behind the refrigerator, so you can tuck some items back behind there. You have the pull down blackout shades on the windows that are color matched with the rest of the RV. They do have this little string right here, so you can more easily locate that as you are trying to work with that there. And then you have dimmer switches on a lot of your different light switches as well, so you can see the dimmer switch there for the lights here in the slide out. You'll have the same thing for the lights in the ceiling as well. Turning back around this way, dining table here. The only thing I'm not a big fan of with this dining table is it has the 2 legs here, so it does take up quite a bit of your leg space with those. Now those legs can be removed, and this table will drop down and sit on these leg posts for it to make into a bed all the way across. You also have quick access to storage down underneath here, and you can also lift up the bench seat to get to that storage as well. Additional storage up above this space here, so if you're doing some extended travel, you have that additional storage space. And then you have your pantry right in this area, light that triggers on in that pantry, very deep space in here, adjustable shelving, So tons of pantry storage with that. It has a Furrion AC in here, very, very productive. Like that it has controls here on the unit, as well as a remote on the wall right there. And it does have the optional heat on here as well. So this will have a heat pump in it, which is another great premium thing that you're getting with an electric heat source there out of the air conditioner. And that thing is very quiet. Even with this vent opened up, which is usually when it's at its loudest, it's still not so loud that I feel any need to talk over it at all. And when I close that up, it's almost not noticeable. In fact, my generator on the truck that is much further away and outside is actually louder than this AC unit right now. And that is also a quiet generator that I have. You have looks like it'd be about a 42-inch screen TV there. Your controls are right here when you walk into the unit. 12-volt heat pads on the water tank, so that'll keep your water tanks and water lines, or sorry, not your water lines, just your water tanks warm with electric heat. Most useful when you are traveling like in transit and you don't have the furnace on. The furnace will also keep your water tanks and water lines warm as well. Again, Asdale sidewalls on this fifth wheel. Prep to add a backup camera. You have storage back here behind the TV. Great spot if you want to put a gaming console or anything like that as well. Have storage up above here. This is a Sansui TV, same TV that's on my Alliance Delta travel trailer. Works pretty good. It's like connected to Google TV, so it has all the smart TV functions on there. Magnet latches to hold your cabinet door shut. Soft close cabinet doors with hidden hinges, and these are solid wood cabinet doors and drawers. And in addition to that, your drawers here use a glazed birch here for the interior construction. They are using staples to hold those in place, and they have the additional support right here so that the bottom of these don't fall out as you're going down the road. Stuff bounces in here if you have a little too much weight. Some brands will be really like weak on the structural integrity there of the base of their drawers, and Alliance is definitely not that. Solid surface countertops as well. And then as we go along this way, you have a residential size microwave. Storage up through here. Love the soft close again, just very convenient to have that. And then that goes all the way back to the corner. Big stainless steel sink, off-center drain, and then of course it has the retractable faucet here as well. And you have outlets up underneath the cabinetry here, here, and looks like that is it. Little flip-up wood block countertop space there. We'll leave that down though, because we will need that down here in just a moment. Then down underneath here, you can see big open storage in this space. You do have individual shutoff valves on your water lines here in this Alliance Avenue. And then you have a little bit larger than standard RV oven and a pots and pan drawer underneath here. No heat vents in the floor, so don't have to worry about that. Go to your refrigerator and freezer. Kind of interesting, smaller French door style refrigerator. So you can see what that looks like there. Plenty of space. It's like a little mini residential style looking refrigerator. Then you have a freezer portion here with a little drawer. And then right here we can see the price. So at this store here in Dallas, they have it at $64,995. That's going to be the sales price on this unit. If you're looking for your next RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description where Blue Compass RV has over 100 different stores in 33 different states to help you with finding your next RV. So we're here to help no matter where you're at, and that link down below in the comments and description will help you find a store close to you. Now, here is where the critical potential flaw in this unit lies. When we push this slide out in, one thing that is important for a lot of travelers, and I say this just based off my years of experience and reading tens of thousands of comments over the years, one thing that a lot of people just are not willing to compromise on is not having quick access to the restroom with the slide closed. And as you can see with this floor plan design here, this is going to block your access completely to the bathroom. Meaning, we can count the seconds here. So the slide out is going out right now, and I'm watching the time here to see exactly how long it takes before you have access to the bathroom. It is going to take opening the slide out for about 11 to maybe 13 seconds before you'll have a big enough gap to walk up into that bathroom and bedroom area. So for me, like thinking about this in a very realistic aspect, when I travel around the country, sometimes I am stopping at truck stops. Sometimes I'm stopping at just a parking lot or a rest area to sleep overnight. And I have yet to run into an instance where I'm not able to open the slide out at least halfway to get up into a portion of my RV. Not saying that those circumstances don't exist out there potentially, but with a model like this, you will have to open your slide out about halfway to get up into the bedroom and bathroom area, which could potentially leave you in a space where if you don't have room to open up your slide out, which again, I don't know how often that may actually occur in real life. Because another thing to note, if you're gonna have any sort of weather or anything like that, your slide out should be all the way open or all the way closed, because if it's in an in-between point, it is going to have the potential to allow water to seep in, as the seals won't be in the correct position that they need to be in, as they are when they're in the fully out or fully in position. So you really should have it all the way in or all the way out, and this is going to be one of those units, if you're stopping overnight, you will have to open the slide out to get up to this space. So y'all let me know down below in the comments if you think that's a deal breaker for you or not, and why. I would be very curious to know. I know for me, it wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker, but if you like what you're seeing here out of this fifth wheel RV, there is another Alliance Avenue all access model. It's a 23 ML, where they shift some things around. They move the entry door from this back corner into the middle portion here, and then they do the kitchen along the back wall, and same thing. Then you have recliners here, and then you're going to have your steps going up into the bedroom and bathroom on this wall of the fifth wheel, so no slide out blocks them. A little bit smaller than this fifth wheel RV that we're in here, but it's another product from Alliance Avenue All Access that gets rid of the issue of the slide out blocking your access to the bathroom and bedroom. But nonetheless, as we go up into the bathroom, pretty dang good space in here. You can see your shower there. It's a plastic two-piece shower, porcelain foot flush toilet, plenty of room around the toilet. Have a pocket door here. Good privacy for the bathroom. Now, it does get a little short in here because we are a mid-size fifth wheel RV, so we'll do some ceiling height checks real quick. I'm standing at about 6'1". With the shoes I have on today, looks like you could be about 6'3" probably, and fit in any portion of this, you know, just standard area here. As I step into the bathroom though, my head does touch this, so this height here is only probably about 6 feet, so you will have to duck underneath this if you're over 6 feet. And then going into the shower, up into this space, actually pretty dang good. Ceiling height here is probably good for about 6'4", maybe 6'5" with the skylight. The skylight is huge, so you can see it covers the entire length of this shower portion, so you get that added ceiling height. And the shower head here is actually located pretty high. I would have to duck to get underneath it still, but you also can lift it up, and that is a more premium stainless steel shower head there than just the standard plastic cheap one. Turn this back around, you have some hooks here to hang towels, tankless water heater controls from Suburban, flexible style shower curtain there, and there is tons of floor space in here. You can see plenty of room to move around. It's a little bit wider than some of your other showers. You have a vent fan in here in the bathroom, speaker in here as well, so you can do your shower karaoke. And then we have liquefied. This is a black tank treatment for your RV. You can find this on Amazon. That's going to make sure that everything that goes through your toilet decomposes and breaks down as it should, and then keeps your RV smelling fresh and just keeps your black tank healthy over the lifespan of your RV. So you can find this in powder form, tablet form, and liquid form on Amazon, so go check that out. Down underneath here, again, individual shut-off valves on all your water lines. You can see the storage space through there, and then 2 drawers here for some storage and some additional storage all through here that goes very far back actually. Spot to hang a towel, medicine cabinet, and then that is about it. Pretty cool to see the speaker in the bathroom. I think this is one of the only mid-size fifth wheel RVs I've seen that's doing that. Going into the bedroom, residential queen size bed. We start to lose some ceiling height going into this space because you can see it's going to start to dip down here towards the front. Not a big deal though, as you'll likely be in bed. Couple cool little hidden things here though. Little pew device area there that will keep that hidden, or maybe any other valuables you might want to keep a little bit more hidden away there. Outlets, USB ports, USB type A and type C connection. Some shelf storage here, storage up through this space, and then as I flip the camera around, you can see here as I start to venture into this space, my head starts to have to crink over because of this ceiling slanting down. So not a big deal, but just something to be mindful of in this smaller mid-size fifth wheel RV. You have a second AC here in the bedroom, spot for a TV on the wall there. Could probably fit about a 32-inch screen TV on that wall. Comes with a pretty, you know, not great mattress, so probably gonna wanna put some sort of like mattress topper or possibly replace the mattress with this. Have big storage down underneath the bed, strong struts holding that up. Same hidden storage underneath this side. A little bit of drawer space there as well, a little bit more narrow on this side. Really like that access to the hidden storage, and then a little bit smaller storage here also. Coming back this way, you do have washer and dryer prep in here, so I love that. Good additional wardrobe storage. This also comes with a full-time RVing warranty, so maybe if you are wanting to full-time travel in an RV and you want something smaller, you can do a washer dryer combo unit here in this space. These drawers would get removed and it can go in that area. And it's going to give you a good amount of storage to be able to do that extended kind of travel as well, and have a lot of the stuff that you'd want for being able to do that in a smaller profile. But that is just about everything on the inside here, y'all. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Very curious about the slide out situation, y'all's opinion on that. And then as we step outside, we'll finish up going through some of the stuff on the outside here. Again, tankless on-demand water heater, awning up over the entry door with the LED light strip underneath the awning that you can see there. Love the big griddle and grill cooktop that you get on the outside. Comes with the ladder installed to get up onto the roof, so you don't have to purchase an additional ladder. Prep to add a backup camera, has its own individual power to the backup camera as well, so it's not tied into the lights here. Some other backup camera systems will be tied into the lights, meaning you only get use of the backup camera when you are plugged into the truck. With this one here, you have that individual power to the backup camera, so you can also use it like as a security camera if you want while you're at your campsite, and keep the monitor for that camera inside of your fifth wheel. Spray ports all along this fifth wheel RV, all of them will have hot and cold water going to them. That's a rare find too. Most spray ports on fifth wheel RVs just have cold water. This actually has hot and cold water going to every spray port on the outside. 3,000 pound hitch here along the back. This ladder you can hang towels from as well, is rated for 300 pounds. And as we come up here, you have another grab handle right there as you approach the top of this ladder. Yeah, but it looks like a 200 watt solar panel there on the roof, 2 air conditioners, and then one thing we always got to talk about, the seals up here on the roof. Those are going to be your vulnerable points for water leaks to potentially occur over the lifespan of owning your RV. Being a responsible RV owner means we get up here and we check these seals often, and we check them from the very first day that we purchase our RV, so that we make sure we don't have a water leak. And I say this so adamantly because this is something that I caught on my travel trailer, where I very easily could have been somebody going online and complaining about my RV roof leaking, but being a responsible RV owner and checking these seals, I caught a hole in one of my seals right here, and I fixed it, and I didn't have a water leak. So if you're checking your seals and doing proper maintenance on them and just being adamant to take care of your investment, those seals are just having any sort of puncture in the roof is the only way the roof can leak. And if you're checking it and making sure that's not happening, you won't have a roof leak. So make sure that you're doing that so that you don't have an aggravating experience with your RV. I want you guys to love and enjoy your experience with your RVs, but in order for that to happen and for things to not occur, you do have to be a little educated on stuff to look for, and you have to have a degree of willingness to be willing to check for those things and also fix and repair them when they do come up. As we go along this way, got your 50 amp connection here for power. Has a rack and pinion through frame style slide out there. Looks like all of your black and gray tanks dump out of this one area here on the front side of the axles, so very easy there. Water connections are inside the door here. You have the Nautilus water management system there. Slide out controls here, very easy, makes this very convenient, pushing your slide in and out from outside of the RV. That is something I've really found handy in my travel trailer. And then open this up and you have your water pump there and access to water lines. Close this here. Aluminum framing on this fifth wheel RV. You have wrapped flooring down underneath here, so you don't just see the exposed flooring. Motion activated sensor for when that door opens up, that light will trigger on if you just leave it on. 2 30-pound propane bottles, one on each side. And then you have electric auto leveling. It is 4-point auto leveling on here. Exact specs, it is 7,500 pounds unloaded, 10,495 pounds fully loaded, with a 2,935 pound cargo carrying capacity. Light switch here for the lights up front. You have your storage space here in the front portion as well, spot for your battery and solar disconnect switches there with the 15 amp solar charge controller. You have a Kurt Rotaflex pin box, so this is going to have a rubber bushing in it that is going to absorb shock whenever you go over bumps, brake, accelerate, things like that. And you do have a sealed portion up underneath here where some other brands won't put this plastic piece here, so it's all just open and kind of exposed to the cut pieces of fiberglass underneath there, so that looks much more well finished off. And again, this is the 2025 Alliance Avenue All Access Series 26 RD. Curious your thoughts on what you think, and of course, like I said, we're here to help you out when you're ready to find your next fifth wheel RV, or any style RV for that matter. There's a link down below in the comments and description where you can find an RV dealership location close to you, as Blue Compass has over 100 different stores in 33 different states where we can help you out, and we are excited and eager to help you when you are ready. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.